Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy Evolution Dreadwing. Now, of course, this is the anticipated recolor of Skyquake. And well, for the, four of you who haven't watched Prime, this is Skyquake's brother. And compared to Skyquake, who only appeared in, 2 episodes, one of which being a freaking Terracon, Dreadwing appears a lot more frequently. Hell, this guy could have been an Autobot in the end, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil what happens. Just watch the basics if you want a TLDR on this guy. But, well, of course, we've got the box to look at. And, well, we've got standard leader class packaging, so... Got a picture of Dreadwing just firing his cannon at someone. Right there at the very top, we've got his jet mode. Here it says Prime Universe Dreadwing. Of course, Legacy Evolution. This side we've got his face as well as his jet mode. The Cybertronian, if translated, which I actually did, still says Skyquake, so they forgot to change that, unfortunately. But, oh well. This side, got one half of the mural. This side being the one with all the Insecticons, Hotshot, and Laser Prime, and the Nemesis. The back got him in both modes. His Evo Fusion, which is his cannon. And the top, got the QR code if you want to scan that. And that's pretty much it for the box. And we're looking at the figure. Well, of course, it's Skyquake's vehicle mode, just now in this luscious blue, which I love. And I know someone else is probably going to love. But, of course, with this being a recolor of Legacy Skyquake, he's going to sort of resemble G1 Skyquake a little bit, seeing how Legacy Skyquake was designed to be an amalgamation of G1 and Prime Skyquake, so we can still sort of see some elements of G1 Skyquake, such as these things that on the G1 toy you would turn and they would drop little missiles, the overall shape, and in robot mode he still has the chest design. But of course, now with this being Dreadwing, we've got some of Dreadwing's design elements, such as the Decepticon insignias on the wings. So, yeah. Of course, the back we still have the thrusters, which is still blast effect compatible. So we can just plug some in. Only these two are blast effect compatible, not this one. But yeah, we can just plug some in like so. Of course, yeah, this one has to split apart for the transformation, so it makes sense why it's not blast effect compatible. The cockpit can actually open, which is actually really cool for a modern generation style figure. And we can see some seats modded in, which is actually a really nice attention to detail, which Skyquake also shares. Again, this is probably just for the transformation, but the fact that this is here, well, I just think this is really neat. Looking at the underneath, not really that much kibble. Of course, we just have the arms. And in fact, I think that's pretty much it. There's a flight stand if you want to display him in the air. And of course, there's the big one if you want to display him with his weapon, which I'll do soon. But first of all, if you remember Skyquake, he had this unusual feature where he could actually combine with Needle Nose. Why, I don't know. But Dreadwing can still do it. And I think it actually makes more sense with Dreadwing because the colors of blue actually kind of match. And, I don't know, it can be a throwback to Generation 2 Dreadwing. You know, with smokescreen and all that. So we just move down the tail fins here. Then we just line up the saucer on the chest of these pegs here. This is going to be a bit tricky to do because I'm trying to do it on camera. So I'll just try and do it closer to me. There we go. So you can have this going on, which again, that's an option. I mean, on Skyquake, this was probably a reference to the smaller jets that G1 Skyquake was released with. Whereas here, I can definitely see this being a throwback to G2 smokescreen Dreadwing. So, yeah, you can do that if you want. And well, finally, for the accessories. First of all, we got this red sword, which currently is collapsed. And we get his cannon, which is actually retooled from Skyquake's. Because it's a full-on cannon and not a gatling gun like Skyquake's is. I'll just combine these together. Take the full EVA fusion gun. There we go. And if I just get Skyquake's quickly for a comparison, you can actually see how they retooled it. So yeah. And speaking of comparisons, here he is with Skyquake. So we can see the two together. And, well, honestly, I think I'm kind of preferring Dreadwing. I don't know, I think it's the blue that's selling it to me. That's literally why I got him in the first place, is the blue. But yeah, you can see that, of course, Dreadwing has the added the Decepticon insignias on the wings. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much it for the jet mode. So, let's move on to the transformation. So, to get started, well, of course, this is the exact same transformation as Skyquake, but to start this off, just going to take these front sections of the jet and just pull them outwards. Take these tail fins and just push them down. Untap the wings and move them slightly up. pushing the back landing gear. Get the legs out. Move them down at the thigh hinge here. Straighten them out. Rotate them around. Untab this tail fin. Rotate it all the way around. Just move it up and then tab it in here. Then get the foot out. Do the same on this leg. So now we got this. Untab the wings entirely. Rotate the waist 90 degrees. Push in the nose cone section. Pushing this entire section. Or in fact, I forgot a step. Just like I always do, I forgot a step. Get the arms out, so move them. So move the arms out, split them, and then just flay them out like so. Then we can just move this down. And just try and get this in. So just try and get this tabbed. Try and get this nose cone tabbed into here. Yep, I actually do have that right. Move these up and out the way. Split these so we can move them around. Try not to untab this. Okay, so I managed to get that tabbed in. So continuing, of course, just spin these around. Try and get these closed up. There we go. If you haven't done so already, push this down, and then we can just rotate this at the waist again. Move the head down. Get the hands out. Move this flap down. Let's close that up. Move the arms down. I have to move my camera back. This is a tall figure. Move these shoulder things around. If I can actually do that. And there we go. So, here we have Dreadwing in robot mode. And yeah, that's quite a unique transformation, especially the way that the wings literally fold around from this section to the back. I mean, yeah, it's the exact same transformation as Skyquake, so what I said about Skyquake's transformation pretty much goes here. So let's look at the robot mode now. That's not fully tabbed in. There we go. Now, of course, with this being a recolor of Skyquake, it's still got the G1 Skyquake bits, like the chest design. So, yeah. But looking at the face, well, of course, that's pretty much Skyquake's face. And in fact, I actually forgot to put that forward. There we go. So, yeah. That's a really nice face sculpt. And of course, if we want to give him his accessories, well, we can. So we just give him his cannon. You just hold this like so. It's really hard to do it while recording, because you have to focus on the camera or phone. So, but we can also give him his sword. So we just extend this out like some sort of a switchblade, and we just plug this into his hand as well. And yeah, that's not a bad look. Although, yeah, come on. Of course, I'm going to display him with the. Of course, I'm going to display him with the cannon in both hands. So I'm just gonna fold this up, plug this into here, get this out. I'm gonna rotate this around and drop it. And if I just get this into both hands, like so. There we go. Now that is an awesome look. Now, with Skyquake, I have him firing to his left. Well, with Dreadwing, I'm going to have him facing the right when he fires. So, yeah. And this is the Evo fusion for this guy. And, yeah, you can plug in a blast effect if you want. So you can have this if you look if you want, which yeah, I just love how this looks. Probably one of my favorite weapons ever in Transformers. So, yeah. Now, I could just end the review here, but of course we have the articulation to talk about. So, for this guy's articulation, well, his head's on a ball joint, so it can look side to side. He can look up. In fact, his head actually came off the ball joint when I first transformed him. So, yeah, that's fun. The arms can, of course, move. Unfortunately, they squeak just like Skyquakes, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, unfortunately, his arms still sound like a third-party figure. But they got that butterfly joint there. Bicep rotation, which is quite tight. Elbows. Got wrist rotation. Waist rotation. Legs can go forward that far. Back about that far. Double jointed knees. Feet. And ankle pivot. And you can do the splits. So, yeah. And well, Skyquake, I think these two look really good together. So yeah, it's really nice to have these two, because if I remember correctly, the original figures of these two were actually quite hard to find. So yeah. And why not? Let's add Needle Nose to the mix, seeing how he can integrate with these two. So, yeah. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. Complaints? Pretty much the exact same complaints that I have with Skyquake, so yeah, no point in repeating myself. Although, yeah, those squeaky joints are kind of annoying, so yeah. But well, let's just finish up here. So, do I recommend Dreadwing? Well, if you didn't like the Skyquake more, then yeah, you might not be a fan of this, but hey, at least this is cheaper than trying to get the original figures, because yeah, those original figures are kind of hard to find now, aren't they? And to be honest, these two are kind of the best of the Prime Universe figures so far. I mean, we haven't seen Thundertron yet, so who knows? But well, if you do like this mold, then I absolutely recommend this, because come on, it's freaking Dreadwing. So if you liked Skyquake, you're absolutely gonna love this guy. So yeah. Well, this has been my review on Legacy Evolution Dreadwing, and this is Charlie Young signing off.